Hi there. This is Kevin Moffett with another Manna Nugget, uh, looking to bless you with those things that he's been speaking to me about over the years, especially when I'm in my prayer closet. That's the one that's at my easel, and I'm in my sandbox, if you will. When I get too serious sometimes about what I'm doing, he reminds me very generously that to get back in my sandbox, because this is about having fun and enjoying my time with him. So I'm doing these videos to encourage you about the things of the kingdom. This one is, this Manna Nugget is about my Kingdom Creativity Schools, which I do, done over the years. And I would encourage you, if I'm happy to do them on Zoom, and when we're released to go out and about more. Everybody feels safe and secure. I would be happy to go to your place and teach in groups. It would be very good to do groups. So mannaart.com, MANNAART, is where the place you can find a lot of the works that are going across here in the slideshow. And these are all spontaneous prophetic artworks done during worship for about 30 years. That was the only manner in which I was really able to work, released to work. Every time I tried to do some of these things at home, it just wasn't the same. Really wasn't the same. I'm built to work spontaneously in front of people. And even though it may be scary, I'm also very comfortable, because I can hear his purring behind me, and his thumbprint is in my back, moving me forward. So go to mannaart.com, and there are several things there. There's Manna Tees, there's Manna Silks, there's all the artwork, and like even the one behind me here is acrylic flow painting, and these I've been doing in studio lately. These are the first works he's really kind of opened up for me to, and it's way too much fun. Acrylic flow painting, and I've really had a really good time doing some of those things. And there's also an avenue called patreon.com. Patreon.com is a website that's set up to help creative people. You can go there and you can look at different avenues of how you can support the people that you know creatively. And it goes right to them, right to the person that you're supporting. So it's like hundreds of years ago, when the rich families supported artists. And this is like during the Renaissance, and all those, the big name artists that got known were all supported by rich families. But if you're able to do something, that would be a blessing and a half, and I would really love you for it. So this Manna Nugget is another part of my Kingdom Creativity School, notes from my Kingdom Creativity School, and I hope this blesses you. This one's called Encountering Creativity in God. Please consider this. We as Christians should be the most creative people on the planet. Just look at what God has done. You were created in his image, and he is the God who creates. Creativity affects all walks and all facets of life. Creativity doesn't just belong to artists, dancers, musicians, writers, actors, you name a few, but it belongs to CEOs, presidents, janitors, all across, everyone. What is it about the arts that affects us, moves us to respond? Whether you like the expression of the art or not, the impact to you isn't just a mind response or just a heart response. The artistic expression seems to impact us so deeply. It gets into places that we are unaware of. It causes us to react. The arts creativity has always been intended for the testimony of Jesus, always, and to draw all people closer to him. Our task is to learn how to respond creatively as an act of worship. Our joy is finding our creativity released in worship, and it's declaring who Jesus is. If we are truly responding to the mind of Christ, we can do nothing better than to draw all people to him. When he speaks, we respond. I have a whole nother teaching. You want to look it up. It's about knowing. It relates to what I was just talking about. The arts and worship. The arts are his tool to bypass the strongholds of the mind. When we give God a chance to speak, we need to be ready for the abundance in which he communicates. Art needs to take you to a new place, a place where you've never been before. The only way that I can understand that to be possible is that when I create, I need to be connected into heaven. It needs to be sourced from heaven. For an image to be truly uplifting, the throne room is the only source. It carries the evidence of an ethereal nature to it. The arts are platforms for his presence, creating an atmosphere for his presence, a temple where he would come and abide and move our worship into his presence. All of our preconceived notions would fall away. If it's any type of worship that starts from the first heaven and has a chance to exit in the third heaven, I would think that it's this type of worship. The reason for this is that images, designs, sounds, words that are on his heart are the ones that he likes and are the very ones he would appreciate decorating his temple with. So, how do we learn to respond to him in such a manner? Where do I find this level of partnership with the Creator One? There is a level of partnership with the Creator One, a level of abiding faith that thoroughly leans on the friendship of the Lord. If I've learned anything from worshiping through the Lord, painting is the manner in which he's got me going spontaneously during worship. It's a deep, abiding trust that he is always faithful. I am never concerned about whether I'm going to have something to paint. I know he's faithful. Now, several decades ago, I was at a particular church, and I was in prayer line like we used to do it years ago. And I was just there to receive prayer, or whatever he had in his heart for me at the time. I didn't have any particular things I was looking for. And the person started praying for me, and in an instant, I started seeing like all these flashes of photos, like a movie, old-time movie was going by, like the shuttering was going by, and there was image after image after image, thousands and thousands and thousands of images. And I didn't realize too much later that these are all images he was putting in my spirit that he was hoping I could get to paint at some point in the future. So I am never concerned about what's next. Do I have another painting I can paint? It's really not up to me. It's not about me. It's about him. And he's already given me those things that are on his heart. Here's some imagery for you to consider about how this can occur. Horses and riders need to work together as one, or else they really don't get anywhere. Horse won't go, kind of thing. Because this is a mode of travel for them to have any purpose, they really need to get somewhere. In my understanding, there are two ways for a horse to be trained. One is that the horse is broken. We commonly know. His will is put into submission, and the rider shows him who the boss is. The other is that the horse and rider develop a relationship, one that's built on mutual trust. As this relationship develops, there comes an understanding about the way each other operates, or should I say, thinks. Anticipation of each other. There's even develops an insight for each other's needs before the need has to be expressed. My response to him, his leading, needs to be as if I'm Jesus's horse. Jesus would not be riding a broken horse, but a horse that is in relationship with him. His horse needs no reins. When Jesus looks to go in any given direction, the horse knows which direction he's looking and just goes there. The horse doesn't need any more of a clue, doesn't need a kick in the ribs, or doesn't really need permission. He just goes. The horse responds. The horse is not concerned about making mistakes. The horse is surrendered to what his job is. It's like he knows the pressures of a saddle. He knows what's going on in the mind of the rider. This is how we need to be if we want to be working with Jesus to release the beauty realm. We need to be responding to him in such a way that we just know which way he wants to go. So I encourage you in that. Come to a knowing. Come to an understanding with him. Let him work with you. Let him put his hand at your back. So I hope that this blesses you. It was another part of my Kingdom Creativity School. Also being released in this Manna Nugget. So I hope it encourages you and you want to learn more. I'll be doing more. And you can also contact me through the website or by email or phone number, whatever that might be. And I'll be happy to come and teach or do a Zoom teaching or whatever that works out, however that works out. So go to mannaart.com and be blessed there, and go to patreon.com and look up Kevin Moffitt and see if you want to get behind what I'm doing. Also subscribe here on YouTube and also do a thumbs up if you will. So you have many avenues. Continue to be blessed. I'll see you soon.